see a bowler get their rhythm disrupted, especially when you're a rhythm bowler like Wim. Now, did somebody move in the crowd there? It doesn't appear to be anything.
There's something just off the left. It looked like someone small had moved around or something. It may have caught his eye. And
yeah, there's a young man just sort of swinging his leg, actually. It could be as simple as that, simple as and as innocuous as that. And he's not doing it deliberately. But Wim, as you say, just caught the corner of his eye and has it affected his game. Well, he's out of luck again. I mean, that is staggering. That's 5, Chris, that have been textbook hits, and all of them have been 9 spares.
Well, as much as I hate to admit it, it's probably the only reason this match is within 100 right now.
It's actually still very, very close. If Linda can step up and strike, assuming Wim gets his spare here, we're down to 12. And it'll be all to play for. Neither player can hit 400. You would have thought that would have been the absolute minimum to win a match like this, but the lane has had other ideas, and Wim has certainly upset some 10-pin gods somewhere because they've given him nothing.
Linda and I had talked on the way over and what the target score was and what thought the score was to be, and I really thought that it was going to take 450 to win this match. And although Mr. Van der Veen is probably bowled well enough to shoot that 450 score, 399 is all he has left, and she has every opportunity to make this a match.
And the bottom line when you see a match like this, as we said with the Kaminsky-Lee Anderson match, it's not about the score, it's about winning. That's all that matters. If you can get through the nightmare, that's a much better strike, and now we really do have a game. The deficit is just 12.
There we go. She is one of the best performers in the clutch that I've ever seen. She used to throw the ball very direct earlier in her career, and she was still money in the bank when it came time to throw a shot for all the money. And as she's learned how to hook it more and added more tools to her game, she's retained that one thing as much as anything, is her ability to throw strikes when she needs them.
Yeah, pick a winner now. Wim has led from the start. We have 3 frames left, but while the big Dutchman has led all the way, he's never quite shaken off the American. And it's another big pressure ball for Wim van der Veen. Can he find a strike? Yes, and he deserved it.
Absolutely. He had that hit coming.
Yeah, I don't think we can argue with that one. Clean hit, just like so many others have been as well, but this time it takes all 10.
Yeah, this is 7 foot 1 inches of power right here. That 5 just crushed the 10.
Twice Wim's in this match has faced what you'd consider a real pressure ball, and twice he stepped up and bowled a strike. That's the mark of a quality bowler.
That's certainly the most emotion we've seen from him so far as well.
And it throws it back at Linda. 12 pins she's pulled it back to, but to keep it at 12, she's got to match that and find a double. And now is Linda. Yeah, Linda's gone for the re-rack. That's interesting. What's going on there?
Earlier, Thomas was talking about the 5-pin being set up just a little bit left and occasionally leaving a 9-pin. And she must have seen something there that caught her eye the same way.
Yes, Thomas Lee Anderson was having all sorts of re-rack issues going on, and Linda's done the same. Can she find a double? Ooh, she's got it, just.
She thought she got that one in a little bit, but that same oil that's carried down the lane that stopped her ball from climbing up and getting to the pocket this time has held it flush.
Yes, it looked like it was going and going and going, and it just hung on to enough of the pocket for the strike, and she's sticking around. 12 pins with 2 frames to play. We're heading for a photo finish, perhaps. Well, I'm not going to ask you who your money's on, Chris, and I'm sitting on the fence. For me, it all comes down to Wim. If Wim copes with the pressure, he's got that lead. If he feels his opponent breathing down his neck and his concentration wavers, he could be in trouble. Another big ball for the Dutchman. And he's got the lot again. Terrific response.
Yeah, that was a great shot. And that's what this field is all about. It's 16 top quality players. They all throw great shots. And in this tournament, it's going to be the guys that throw the great shots in the clutch are going to have a chance to win.
A double from Wim. Timely indeed. And now Linda, 12 adrift, but needs to convert her double into Turkey. The biggest shot of the match for Linda Barnes. It's got to be a strike to have any chance of taking this. And she's left the 10, and that was unlucky.
That was one of her better shots. She looked like she was happier with that one than she was a couple of the ones before that. But
it was one of Vim's shots, wasn't it? Nothing wrong with it, and just left a pin.
Comes up just a little bit light. The 6-pin doesn't get out of the flat gutter and hit the 10.
Well, she's got a big problem now. She needs her opponent to just blow up in frame 10.
Really would have liked to seen her get that shot, that strike there. It would have forced Mr. van der Veen to throw the first one in 9 spare to shut her out.
As it is, can Vim be caught? I think all he's just got to do is stay clean. I'm not even sure if he can be caught.
33 pin lead. He can. It would have to be a disaster. It'd have to be a low count split, and probably not very many on the spare.
So in other words, all Vim's got to do is be sensible, have a little bit of good fortune, and let's face it, he's not had much of that in this match, but he will be through. A little mutter to himself just to say, yeah, come on, this is it. Don't do anything stupid. Just carry on doing what you've done. And is that going to be enough? Probably. Well, we got the mathematicians going, and if
that's enough.
Yeah, there you go. Your maths is better than mine. You've played this more than me anyway.
Just a game or two. But if he misses all of them, he'll have 175, and his 44-pin lead will be more than enough to shut out Linda's 215 possibility.
Well, that erases all the doubts. Vim has done enough. We've got to give the big fella a pat on the back, but well, for Linda, disappointment. And it's, I don't care what anybody says, Chris, and you've bowled all around the world, you've bowled for big money, and you've done it all, but anybody that walks into this environment for the first time, and Vim's playing here for the second time, this is a tough adjustment for anyone.
Well, it is a unique setting, and certainly there were some nerves coming into the match. I would have expected her to get over those, as she's bowled in other arenas before, but Vim certainly came out firing much better, and really his possible 376 is much lower than he really bowled. He bowled a fantastic match, and without the unlucky breaks, this would have been a huge score today.
And Vim signs off the way most of his match went, with 9, when it looked like he was going to have a lot more, but it's I don't think he'll mind too much. He's bowled a 190 for a 375 aggregate, and he is through to the quarterfinals. And all bias aside, and you've been very unbiased, I have to say, Chris, we're looking at a worthy winner of this one.
Absolutely. He's bowled fantastic, and I got to think he likes his chances. If he's been this unlucky and was able to get away with a win, he's got to think things are going to go his way before the end of this tournament, and then he's going to be really tough to beat.
Vim van der Veen into the quarterfinals, where he'll play the winner of Paul Moore and Lisa Del Rosario.